Yeah, how are you?
Good. Thank you. All right, thank you. This poem doesn't have a title, but this poem might be called Al in Wonderland. She whispered in his ear. He thought it was a she. Listened, wanting to be sure he understood every word. Then repeated each one and waited. Waited. Eyes closed. First, spinning, twirling, which usually made him nauseous, but he felt involved, like he was a metal drill boring through a fragrant pine board. The revolving stopped, his eyes opened. Trees, vines, leafy debris surrounded him. Pure air entered his nostrils, filled his lungs. He exhaled flowers from his mouth, pink roses, golden gladiolas, larkspur. His ears perceived the perfect pitch of groveling frogs, splashes of water, geese streaming through the air. The taste of rich avocado smeared on crispy crackers tickled his mouth, behind a smile he could not camouflage. He remembered those initial words, the endearing, alluring voice. He exerted mental strength to determine whether this moment was real or dream. Then the bottom dropped out. Literally, he felt himself soaring downward through a chute, air rushing by on both sides, rippling his pant legs and shirt sleeves, making his lips and cheeks, eyelids and chin tremble until he gently landed on a cupcake, lathered with amber and azure frosting. Startled, he stepped down the ladder, conveniently placed by the cupcake's side. Everything was Lilliputian, and he was Gulliver in reverse. Blades of grass were redwoods. Ants were futuristic, twisted, earth-eating monsters. He sat on a pebble and sobbed. As the teardrops quivered down his cheeks, a sound, a melody, knocked on the doors of his ears. Violin music, bows on strings, singing a passionate rendition of two lovers sad-parted. Transfixed, open-mouthed, he decided to solve the riddle of his current itty-bitty life. He wiped his eyes, hopped off the pebble, and waltzed in 3/4 time in search of the violin or the string section or the damn orchestra with its confident arm-stringing maestro. By now the tune had dispersed into jungle greenery. He headed west, supposing the sun set similarly in this world. As he progressed, step by step, a drowsiness crept up his legs to his waist, his chest, throat, and eyes. He crumbled to his knees, elongated himself, head on arm, asleep. Dream within dream, height and whispers, tears and pebbles, cupcakes and ladders. His eyes batted open. He looked at the ocean of sky above him, felt a breeze touch his nose, sneezed and sat up. Silence surrounded him. No strings, no melodies. The grass cushioned him, no longer rose above him. A spider lumbered over his shoe, no longer having dinosaur dimensions. He was no longer in a Lilliputian land. He was sitting in his backyard, unsure how he arrived there. Foggy-minded, he walked towards the back door, and before he entered his home, his eyes focused on a cupcake, alone on the straw-colored mat with blue-yellow frosting. He peered closer, bent down, and noticed small footprints on the top and a ladder by its side. Thank you.